Okay, today is March 18th, Monday. I'm following up with the OCC because the OCC has written me back denying my request for a hearing. Naturally, their rigged failed methodology, which doesn't allow you anything but their Hobbesian's choice of incorrect procedure, has disavowed me the ability to come in and verbalize my complaint, point out how it's rigged just like the Boy Scouts, the interconnection between all the agencies covering for one another, etc., etc. When I've tried to follow up with Joyce Hicks, the director, who basically sent me a letter telling me that my hearing wasn't going to be allowed, the chicanery just continues. Anyway, I'm here to follow up. I believe recently I've been into the OCC and you saw what the deal was. The very interesting corollary is that this is the same building, 25NS, where the Human Rights Commission is located. Mind you, the Human Rights Commission, to be able to file discrimination charges for access and accommodation, which is what I've basically been denied everywhere in public buildings seeking public services. And let's not forget what the HRC has done to me as far as being able to go in and list my complaint in public, everything that I've been trying to do to hold all these agencies accountable. It's a lovely system when it's all parsed and when it's pieced back together, designed to fail. Unfortunately, the methodology, the risk management, and everything is incorrect, and that's why I am proceeding. We'll just go from there. Okay. Hello. How are you? Pretty good. I'm signing in to go up to the OCC. Okay, and that's allowable, I take it?
Sure.
All right.
Don't record in their office. You have to have their permission to record.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
You can go up. I don't give you permission to put me on.
This isn't a public building seeking public services?
You can go up.
I mean, if you don't give me permission, can you send out a drone, a robot?
Okay, they'll get you. Go up there.
So I guess you can't send out a drone or a robot. You can just give me false advice.
You might can
Thank you. And I'll ask them the same thing.
Okay, thank you.
But to say that I can't videotape is not correct. Thank you for the slight. So as you can see, it's not about whether or not you can videotape in a public building. Their spin is to try to say you can't videotape them, which, is incorrect because they're providing a public service in a public place with no right of expectation. However, they can walk away, and not be videotaped and send out a drone or a robot, but my rights cannot be denied. It is a wonderful, incorrect spin, but, it's what the city attorney has advised them to use. We'll just continue, won't we? Hello. I'm here to follow up with Joyce Hicks. Hello. Am I not going to get help today? Hello. I'm ringing the doorbell. Can you send out a robot or a drone? Since I can't get help in a public office seeking public services? Hello. So I am in this public office. As you can tell, I have come in. Apparently everyone ran away. So I guess we're waiting for a giant robot to come out, a drone. Anybody who will help me in this rigged process? Hello, let me ring the bell again, and if they don't come out, it will prove what I've said all along, that the entire thing is rigged. How can you get service in a rigged methodology? It's a good question, isn't it? And the exact same thing is probably true with the HRC. It's not that I can't videotape. Hello? How are you? No? What's going on here? Send out a drone, please. Send out a robot. I need my help. Isn't this a public office? Am I being denied my services? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it wonderful? This is what you get. So, when you trap them in their own trap, which is denying me access and accommodation and services, they don't have to respond, they don't have to act humanely, and they don't have to send out a robot or a drone because they're protected by the city attorney's incorrect interpretation of the laws, which of course, they'll go to the mat with you. A good way to look at that is, my own private Guantanamo. Well, anyway, that's the website. If you go to my own private Guantanamo.com, you will see where I've had problems with the city before, misrepresentations by them, where I took them to federal court when I was denied emergency services, where they had my case thrown out with, subterfuge, fraud, test-a-lying, only to sign a signed confession 4 years later. It's amazing that I'm still going through all these problems, receiving medical help, when I have a signed confession through the Office of Inspector General and following up, only because I will not accept their incorrect law. What do they do to everyone else? Now, mind you, I've been told, by Joyce Hicks that I'm not going to have a hearing, which is what I'm entitled to. And apparently I can't have the follow-up, I can't question the letters, the methodology. We can't go forward to point out any of this rigged process. So, I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson and just exactly how bureaucracy doesn't work. Let me ring the bell one more time. This is the third time you've so far seen 2 people run but not send out any robots or any help. Let me do it so that you can see I'm doing it. And that's exactly what the sign says. Ring the bell, somebody will be with you. Well, I'm still waiting for the someone to be with me, whether it's a robot, whether it's a drone, whatever the case may be. All right, well, let's see. We're now approaching, a good 2 minutes of waiting. All right, well, I think I have proven my point amply. So I will, of course, continue to do everything correctly in a society where it doesn't matter, where everything is parsed, designed to fail, and all those who are in will get their rewards by getting, what's the term I want to use? Their benefits, etc., etc. Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Not good. I've not been able to get a meeting with Joyce Hicks or any follow-up in comparison. You may ask anything you want. Am I not in a public building?
I'm asking you to turn the video.
And I'm asking you if I'm not in a public building. Thank you. I'm not going to do it. I will see you later. See you guys on YouTube. Thank you for all the lack of help. Thank you for pointing out the rigged methodology. I will be back. This is a public office. I am allowed to videotape by law, even if it is the rigged methodology. Thank you. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself. I shall. And this will be on YouTube. Look forward.
Excellent.
No problem. Thank you. And thank you for doing your public service and everything for me. It's quite obvious how welcomed I am and how proficient you are in risk management and further harming the people you're supposed to be there for. Thank you. Enjoy. I will continue to do the correct thing. Thanks for the illusion, guys. I'll be back to continue.